What's up, everyone? Today we're going to take a look at Technics. I guess that's how everybody says it. It looks like Technics, but I've been corrected and it is Techniques. I don't see any E in there, but that's what we're going to call it. We're going to go with Techniques so I don't keep hearing it in the comments. This is a stereo double cassette deck, RS-TR155. I took this one in. It's a buy-in. It came out of a house clean out. Wherever it was very clean. You know, it's not filthy, so it must have been just kind of left behind. A lot of these house clean outs are come from, like if a bank repos a house, they sit for so long and then they contract these guys to go in and clean out the house to get it ready to resell, or it's left behind after a renter has just up and left because they owe money, whatever. So I get some of this stuff in. I have guys that come in and sell me this stuff because they know I'm into it. That's where that one turntable came from. That last turntable we did. Was that an Awa? No, that was a teak. T-E-C-H, and I'm probably saying that wrong, and somebody will correct me on that one as well. It's tech or teak, however you want to say it. I'm sure somebody will let me know. So we need to take a look at this. We're gonna take it apart and clean it. Gee, excuse me, a lot of pollen going on today. Jeez, no voice. This is from either 89 to 90 is when this one was made. So it's, you know, between 34 and 35 years old. So we're going to need to take a look and see how the belts are in it before we even plug it in and see if anything works. This one's kind of nice. This is an all, you know, clicky button. The only thing that's kind of manual are the eject. It's an auto reverse, but deck 1 is not. Deck 2, you can see, maybe, there it is. You can see the head right there in the middle of the screen, right there. That's a flip over, that's a flip around head. That'll auto reverse. Deck 1, not so much. Stationary. So the auto reverse is only on deck 2. This one's set up to where if you're going to be recording, you put your record disc tape, excuse me, God, I keep thinking of CDs. You put your main in here and dub over to here, because this is where our record is. Has tape speed. You know, you can adjust the tape speed on this one. Synchro start. You can do a lot of queuing on this. I'm not real familiar with doing the queuing and that on these tape decks. The tape decks I always used was just, you know, you put 2 tapes in, you put the main in one, usually 1 or A, and then put the other one over here, the blank, and then you record over to it. That's it, you know, no queuing, no setting it up so you can, as soon as one song stops, you can stop your deck here and then play through a song that you don't want over here and then cue it back up and record again the next song that you want. So you can make your own playlist. Okay, has a timer for record and timer for play. Getting pretty fancy here with this one. Let's see, so you have your synchro start, you know, your speeds, your reverse mode, you can flip it, you know, either way. That's only on deck 2. Back side of this, we just have our line in and line out. Remote control, which I didn't get. And you can also, that should be a, yeah, unswitched 110. Model, RS stereo, yep. Made in Japan. But, good little deck. I looked them up. I see them selling right around 120 and 129 with shipping. That, you know, that's on eBay and Reverb, and all those other ones, you know, are pretty much the same. So you can kind of take it as it is. You can, I know you can pick them up cheaper. I did. Because we know nothing about this one. But from the looks of it, I don't think we're going to have too many problems getting this going. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set you up in the stand, and we are going to take the top off of it and take a peek inside and take a look at the belts and that, and see if we need to replace the belts before we even plug it in, and see if it's going to do anything. So let me get you set up. Alright, let's take a peek in here and see what we got. Let me get rid of the cord, regular D-shaped cord. Been selling quite a few cassettes. I have, I think, 4 decks down there now, but none of them are Technics. So I figured I got this one in. I was gonna just put it away and save it till I needed them, but I checked, and like I said, I didn't have any of the Technics down there, so I figured we'll do it. I didn't have anything else really planned. Nope, kick you a little bit. Really clean looking on the inside. Nothing really jumping out. Looks like a couple of flat belts, one on each, and little belts, a regular square. That one's good. This may be a very short video. Yeah. Those belts feel fine. Alright. So, what do you want to do next? And since looks like we're in pretty good shape with our belts, I think we ought to get us a receiver and get this hooked up then and see what it does. So again, I'm going to shut you down, and I'm going to get set up with a receiver and get this all set up and see what we can come up with. Alright, this is a cassette that I found in it. Little Ray Wiggins, Justin Tubb, and Little Jimmy Dickens. Okay, got power. Let's test out deck 1 first. Yeah, so far so good. probably, I'll clean the heads on this.
And I'm sorry if it don't look good on me. If you're
I don't think our rewind. Well, not eating the tape.
and I'm all alone. The life
Not good. Maybe working on this after all. Play works good. Okay, deck 2 straightened out. We can rewind it. I think it may have just been a little gummed up. But we're gonna have to, and it'll play both ways. Let's see. Nope, I don't have it on switch. Let's flop it around. Let's try swapping it. See if that one, see if this song's over. Yeah. We'll stop it. Let's see, play. Yeah, see, you can play either side if you put it on the reverse mode. You can play side A or play side B. You can rewind each one. The rewind is working. Now, deck 1 is eating tapes. I'll get you down and I'll show you what's going on, and we're gonna have to tear this down anyway. Where's my pointer? There it is. Okay, you can see it through the back belt here. And if you try and put it on, this little pulley right here that drives the deck, this is your main, and this will drive the front. This one, it won't move anymore. And if you look over here, if you move deck 2, you can see that that little pulley turns freely. Now, if we close it, nope, see that little pulley will not turn, and that's what threw the belt. So we got to go in here and see what's going on. So we'll take it apart and we'll service the whole deck, both decks, get them cleaned up, check the belts over real good with it out, and we'll see what we can come up with on deck 1. So let me get you set up. I'll get this crap off get everything all unhooked, and then we'll start tearing this down. Alright, let's get these decks out of here. That one's just a push. You push down on the back of the, if you can see, you push down on the back of this, back of the terminal where it goes in, and it just pops out. These other ones are latches that push down and clamp down onto the terminal, onto the wires. Those are the little ones. These big ones. Now this big one here has 2 latches holding down 4 wires each. So you push both of them up, and then that comes out. And then the other big one is a push. Push down on the back of it, and it comes up out. Alright, wire. What do we got here? Got one ground wire that looks like it's soldered. Yep. Oh, let's see. For the sake of speeding things up here without waiting for the soldering iron, we'll just solder down. Well, it's kinda. Yeah. Just cut that one off, and then we can re-solder it back down. Let's get our face plate off. Every time I say it's going to be this looks like it's going to be a short video, I end up with a hot mess. And let's see, we got, looks like a clip. Yeah. clip. Sure looks like a clip to me. Alright, what did I forget? Screw, screw, screw. Yep. Feet aren't holding it. You have these two clips. That you cannot see. Alright, oh, duh. And two more screws that are holding the bottom of the decks. Bet you that'll work better. Get all the screws out of it. This is the one that we want to take a look at first. This is deck 1. Let's take a look at deck 1 first. See if we can determine what's going on. Maybe little Johnny put a toy soldier down in it. That's not good. Never like it when parts fall out. Okay, yeah, I see where it goes. Okay, this main bracket. Down through here is holding God, all thumbs today. Now am I gonna have to, yep, alright, fine. Let's pull them both at once. Something's holding us in the middle. Man, we gotta take the Looks like we gotta take the circuit board, the display and everything with it. Now you're gonna play nice. Okay, remind me when I put this back together to hook up the counter. I love leaving that counter belt off. Open. Open. Okay, I give up. What's holding us? Nothing up top. Doors are open. There's one. I know you're too far. Let me scoot down. I'm going to take the two bottom screws out of deck 2. Here's where that little bracket goes. There's that little bracket. Well, that's interesting. This hook. That's our... Not sure what that one is. And that fell out then afterwards. And there's our counter belt. That's always fun. I gotta figure out where the counter belt goes. Alright. Alright, this is the one that we're having problems with. I don't see anything right off. Take main motor off of it. Let's get our main drive belt. How's that? That just runs right straight down. Now is it that our belt just got hung up underneath? Yep. But what caused that belt to come off in the first place? I think we might be changing that. I don't know if I have any flats that small. Let me go take a peek and see what I have for belts. And when I go to replace that one, I'll get you zoomed in and we'll replace that one and get it cleaned up. And we'll do the same with the deck 2. And hopefully we can get this thing up and running. Alright, let's see if we can let's get this belt here. This one should be pretty easy. That's just a pinch roller rod. And we have that one. It doesn't feel. Seems like here lately, every video I do, it's raining. In this case, it's storming. That's a little too short. I want one a little bit bigger. A little too big. Let's see what that one looks like. Man, that's pretty small. These are going to be too big. Yeah. I don't know if I like putting one on that small. That's the same. In fact, that's a little longer. Of course, about the size I need is not in here. Let's not real happy with this one. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that one is just totally stretched out. Didn't seem to be that stretched, but I think it is. Okay. Now the fun one. See if I can do this and keep the belt on. That's one. Okay. Let me get the belts on the other one, and then we'll clean the heads. This one's going to be a tad different because it has two pinch rollers on it. The simple fact is it has to drive the tape one way or the other for your auto reverse. So we're going to have to find a different flat belt for this one. That went down, around, and stretched out like that. So it'll drive both of them. Alright. That one's going to be a little bit bigger, isn't it? Actually, it's about the same size as the other side. Good. And here we can do the same thing. We can pull up our single pinch roller. Now I'm not adding any more grease to these for the simple fact I don't want to get it overly. Because most, you know, this one I am going to put a little bit here. And this one gets used more. But I don't want to get too overly greasing it too much. this one will go on there. And you have to and then if we put it on the motor first. Missed. Come on, get in there. Alright, I gotta answer a text. Yeah, nice little storm that went through. And yes, I heard you. Don't forget your counter belt. Let's see if we can wrap that around and put it somewhere. Alright, now we should be able to, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we should be able to put this in as one unit. Should have come out as one. So we should be able to put it in. In. I know somebody's out there. You're doing it all wrong. Come on. What are we holding up on? Look. The springs for the doors. Alright, let me fight with this. Okay, this is what I found was the easiest, for me anyway, was I put the bracket in, and then I take my drive, and so you have this little, it's kind of a keeper for some reason, to hold the deck in, or if it comes loose, I don't know. And is to get it started in there and then get him down so it wraps around. And it'll go right into place then. But that was the easiest way I found. Doing it the other way, you were just fighting with the door springs. If you're trying to put it all in this one unit, you have your door springs here and here that you have to kind of get it down and up in. It was just too much of a hassle. It was easier just to put that bottom bracket back in, bend this, pull it down a little bit, and then the drive came right out. And then when I put it back in, you see, you just kind of pull it down a little bit, and the drive will slide right back down in. But I'm sure it was put there for a reason. A little circuit board. This little circuit board plugs into the main board. So when we slide the face together back on, you have these contacts here that'll slide into the main board. And that's how that powers the whole face. Not the easiest one I've done, but definitely not the hardest. This is the first time I've done this, so done one on a Technics. Alright, now we're ready to put that back together. Let's see here. You can see here's these two here is what plugs into that little circuit board. So we'll have to make sure that's lined up. Make sure all of our wires are inside. Make sure your hands and feet are inside the moving vehicle at all times. Yep. That one over there a little bit. Don't want to force it. I don't want to cut a wire. Oh, sorry about that, guys. There. Yes, I hear you. Alright, got her all put back together. We can play, this will be the reverse side. Front side. And deck one. Playing. We can, let's see, we're playing, okay, forward. So this will be forward. That would be rewind. Forward. And we're good. All right, let's see, we can fast forward, rewind, and play. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Now we have a good working Technics stereo double cassette deck, RS-TR155. So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, everyone have a great week. See ya.